Hey Epicenter Church fam, I just wanted to take a couple of minutes to give you an update regarding the ministries and services of Epicenter Church. If you have kids or teens that are part of our Wednesday night gatherings, you may have already heard that we are not having our Wednesday night services for the remainder of the year. It sounds like a long period of time, but this next week is Thanksgiving and we don't have services on Thanksgiving week because on Wednesday we typically have our Thanksgiving Eve service, which I will be talking about in just a second. So fast forward 3 weeks and we're into Christmas and then we're into New Year's, which we typically don't have Wednesday night programming during those weeks. And then we're into January. So January, the first Wednesday of January, we are planning on resuming our Wednesday night services. Now, this is in an effort that we are trying to make sure and have the live stream up and running. So in the room that I'm in right now, it used to be the parent room. We are converting it into an audio visual room. So what we're doing is we're creating a room where we are able to see what is happening in live stream as well as here on site. So what it will allow us to do is if you watched the service online this last week on Facebook, you were able to see what was taking place, but as soon as it got into singing, you were not able to see the lyrics. So unless you know the songs by heart, you really had no idea what we're singing, and it didn't give you the opportunity to sing, which we would love for you to worship wherever you're at. So what we're doing is we're creating layers to be able to see everything as is happening here. The other thing is during the video, the bumper videos or the announcement videos, they're not very clear because we just zoomed up to the TV. With this new setup, we will be able to transition in and out of videos to where you could see them as you would see them here on site. And the audio would also be part of the integration to the system. So it's a lot of moving pieces. It's a lot harder to explain, but what it is, it's making the live stream a lot easier for you to be able to engage from home if you're having to stay home due to illness or whether you have to quarantine or for whatever reason. The other thing is we understand that there are many things happening around us. Not only the fact that this time of year there's much illness that is happening, add a layer to that with everything that is happening around us, and it creates a lot of different restrictions that we have to take into consideration. So for some of those reasons, as well as making sure that everything is ready, we have pulled away from Wednesdays, not deliberately, but simply trying to make sure that we're engaging with the church as a whole and having things in place to be able to do that. Now, because of that as well, this week I was super stoked to be able to have a guest speaker come and share the message. And unfortunately, he is not able to join us this week. He will be joining us in the weeks ahead, but it presented a little bit of a challenge of trying to figure out how to navigate through time and making sure that everything is ready. And also with everything that is taking place, we want to make sure that we have the time to be able to do what we need to do to create a safe environment for you to come and worship. So with that being said, this Sunday, we will be live streaming our service, or we'll have an online service where you could tune in and we will not be having anything here on site. The reason why is we will take this time to make sure and have everything set up for our live stream, as well as making sure that we are going around and cleaning all surfaces, considering once again that this time of the year, it's always difficult because there's a lot of illness going on at the layer of everything that has been happening around us, and we want to make sure and take those precautions. So with that being said, our guest speaker will be joining us the following week, but for this week we will be going fully online. So it is time for me to get to work and prepare a message, and it's going to be exciting. We're going to be taking a break from the current series, which is Toxic Church, and we're going to be talking more about the heart of stone and talking about how sometimes we can get calloused in the things of God and the issues that it creates in the individual. Now, the other thing is our Thanksgiving service was supposed to be taking place on site, but we're trying to get creative and trying to make sure that we are connecting with people that maybe haven't been at church, that are part of our church due to illness or whatever it is. So we're trying to get creative, and what we've decided to do is for Wednesday, we're also going to do that online, but we want you to stay tuned because we're super excited about trying to get creative in this and actually be the body of Christ. And how do we do this? It'll be super cool. Just make sure and tune in on Wednesday. I'm super excited to know about it too because I have no idea right now, but it's going to be great. So we would love for you to tune in on Sunday morning at 10 a.m. It is going to be premiered, which means that make sure and get ready for church. I know that many of us have gotten accustomed to just kind of, catch church as you go, but there is power in knowing that everybody is gathering together, whether online or on site, and knowing that we're all part of the body. So I want to encourage you, make sure and tune in The other cool thing about this live stream is that we are able to be able to stream to multiple different accounts. So we're able to live stream to Facebook, YouTube, and even though it might be a little bit difficult for this week, it is something that we're still working on. So make sure and stay tuned for that. But we just want to encourage you on Sunday, make sure and tune in online. We are not going to have anything on site as we are preparing for the live stream as well as cleaning our building. And then we also want to encourage you for the Thanksgiving service. Tune in. I know that Thanksgiving Eve services typically are one of those things hit and miss, maybe take it or leave it. But this year we're talking about a pretty significant topic that is pretty applicable for all of us. And that is, are we able to worship God even if things are falling apart? So I want to encourage you, make sure and tune in. That's happening Wednesday at 6:30 p.m. online. And just be aware that we'll probably be posting a lot that day as we're trying to encourage you to be part of the body. And we're going to try to do something with that service that will connect online. Understand that we're trying our best to make sure that everything is working. So this is kind of a wrench thrown into the whole thing. But at the same time, it's simply for this Sunday, this Wednesday, and we are excited to be able to now be able to stream, and you would be able to worship with us by seeing the lyrics, seeing the points, seeing the transitions of the video. But once again, that doesn't mean that that is the only venue that we want to take. We believe that there is a power in gathering as a body and worshiping together. So we still want to encourage you, make sure and join us on site, as that is something that we will be starting up again, a few weeks from now. And then for this week, join us online. Once again, there is a huge benefit in gathering together, understanding that you're not alone. So join us this Sunday online on Facebook and on YouTube at 10 a.m. Join us for the Thanksgiving service at 6:30 p.m. on Wednesday before Thanksgiving. Once again, these are some of the changes that are happening. But with that being said, I love seeing a mess because that means that there's progress. So we are excited about our live stream as we move into that direction to be able to, once again, connect with those people that have been at home, whether for quarantining or for illness, or just, once again, needing to stay safe. We understand that as well. So stay tuned. But please make sure and join us this Sunday. If you show up, there's going to be a sign that says that there's no church taking place on site. So just be aware, this Sunday we will not be on site. We will be fully online, as well as Wednesday for the Thanksgiving service. And we have a pretty cool surprise. There's some ideas, so we are moving in that direction. Thanks again for watching. We hope to see you Sunday online.